Welcome back to Dinar Current. It's official, the Iraqi dinar has revalued. After years of anticipation, speculation, and quiet optimism, the Central Bank of Iraq has officially announced the long-awaited revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. This move, years in the making, has dramatically elevated the currency's value on the international stage. In this exclusive report, we delve into the details of this historic development, how it was rolled out, the global reaction, and the economic implications for Iraq and the broader world. Let's explore what is now being called one of the most significant monetary events of the decade. Segment 1. The announcement, breaking the silence. Following years of vague hints and official silence, the Central Bank of Iraq shocked global markets by unveiling a new official exchange rate for the Iraqi dinar. In a live televised broadcast early Monday morning, financial leaders from Iraq, joined by Ministry of Finance officials, confirmed the revaluation. The updated rate, a remarkable $3.45 United States cents per one Iraqi dinar, returning the currency to its pre-Gulf War strength. The carefully coordinated announcement, planned in partnership with global institutions like the IMF and World Bank, took place in a secure press conference in Baghdad and was streamed globally. As the news broke, trading platforms momentarily halted as systems recalibrated. Major financial outlets such as Bloomberg and Reuters covered the event instantly, sparking immediate reactions from economists, currency analysts, and central banks worldwide. Segment 2. The path to revaluation, strategic planning behind the scenes. This monumental shift didn't happen overnight. It's the result of a well-planned and confidential process spanning several years. Sources within the central bank say the decision was finalized months ago, but kept under tight wraps to prevent leaks that could disrupt the dinar's stability. Throughout this period, the Iraqi government and central bank collaborated closely with top-tier financial entities, including the IMF, BIS, and major banks. Under strict non-disclosure agreements, discussions were held to prepare for the transition, covering everything from software updates to currency supply logistics. Over the past 6 months, critical infrastructure such as banking systems, Forex platforms, and regional stock exchanges were quietly updated in preparation, all without public awareness of the magnitude of the change about to unfold. Segment 3. Inside the banks, initial responses to the rate change. Just hours after the announcement, banks in Iraq and across the Middle East began implementing the new rate. In cities like Baghdad, Basra, and Erbil, branches opened early with extra staff and tight security. On the international front, banking giants like J.P. Morgan Chase, Citigroup, HSBC, and Deutsche Bank activated emergency response protocols. Customer platforms were briefly suspended while new exchange rates were updated. Individuals holding physical dinar were advised to either visit designated bank locations or use custom-built digital exchange platforms set up for high-value conversions. Standard bank tellers were not authorized for large transactions, but specialized foreign exchange and private banking units were fully prepared. Confirmed reports indicate that provisional receipts and balance updates began issuing almost immediately, with final settlement expected within 3 to 5 business days after compliance checks. Segment 4. High-value exchanges, strict verification for major holders. For high-net-worth individuals and institutional holders, the exchange process is being tightly monitored. Those who acquired large amounts of dinar, often during Iraq's post-war recovery, must undergo a thorough verification process. This includes biometric ID checks, proof of legal acquisition, and source of funds disclosures. Banks are under obligation to flag any irregularities and report them to authorities such as the Financial Action Task Force (FATF) and national regulators. This ensures that bad actors, including smugglers and terrorist financiers, do not benefit from the revaluation. For lawful holders, however, this is a long-awaited and potentially life-changing reward. Segment 5. Global impact, shockwaves and strategic responses. The revaluation sent shockwaves through global markets. Currency platforms briefly froze trading on IQD-related pairs as brokers recalculated spreads and settled open positions. Central banks across the US, Europe, and Asia called emergency meetings to review their foreign reserves, especially those with exotic currency holdings. The IMF quickly issued a congratulatory statement, praising Iraq for its commitment to transparency and modern financial reform. Meanwhile, the United Nations unanimously passed a resolution affirming Iraq's economic sovereignty, marking a symbolic and strategic milestone in its reintegration into the global economy. Segment 6. What comes next? Future of Iraq post-RV. In the coming days, Iraq is expected to unveil a comprehensive economic plan to support its new currency valuation. Domestic adjustments will include recalibrating public sector wages, social assistance programs, and oil revenue contracts to reflect the stronger dinar. International advisors are working with the Ministry of Planning to restructure the national budget accordingly. Currency exchange centers in North America and Europe are preparing to resume IQD conversions once system updates and compliance measures are fully implemented. For everyday investors, this revaluation has transformed modest holdings into significant assets. Nonetheless, financial experts advise seeking professional guidance before making decisions following the exchange. Final thoughts. Iraq's comeback on the world stage. This is more than just a currency revaluation, it's a defining chapter in Iraq's resurgence from decades of turmoil. After years of strategic planning and reform, Iraq is reasserting itself as a stable and sovereign economic power. For those who maintained their belief in the Iraqi dinar's future, the moment of validation has arrived. The revaluation is real, and history has been made. Like and subscribe to stay updated on this extraordinary financial story.